proxy conflict, proxy wars, means that wealthy benefactors essentially subsidize or pay smaller developing or third world countries to fight against each other. And then in that infighting, they can drive influence, they can infiltrate with some of their own espionage agents or spies. They can create havoc all over the world and always have plausible deniability because they're not the ones with boots on the ground. So when you think about what proxy war is, and then you think about what happened towards the end of the global war on terror. So think about it. The United States invades Iraq. The United States invades Afghanistan. That was basically the end of your traditional World War II style of invasion. When you start looking at what happened in Syria, what happened in Libya, what happened in Yemen, and you start looking at how conflict has progressed since the end of the global war on terror, you start to see that what you have is these proxy conflicts. Iran funds Hezbollah in Lebanon to fight Israel. The United States funds Ukraine to fight Russia. China funds, you name it, in Southeast Asia to fight any powers that be, from the Australians to the Americans to whatever else. So you have all these proxy conflicts happening now, essentially between democracy powers and authoritarian powers. So that's what World War III really is, in my opinion. It's a war between autocracy and democracy, and it's being played out in a battlefield of proxy conflict. All of the hot wars that you know of right now are proxy conflicts. Russia might be invading Ukraine, but Russia's being funded by China, North Korea, its own pocketbooks, the oligarchs, right? And then it's got lots of friends who are all warlords throughout Africa and Southeast Asia. And then who's fighting? Who's supporting Israel? Who's supporting Ukraine? It's all the democracies of the world. And that's why Israel's having such a hard time right now, because how can you claim to be a democracy when you're killing tens of thousands of non-combatants in what is essentially like a human rights atrocity? It's a very difficult war to play.